Whew.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Crusaders of the Lost Idols weekly live stream. I'm your host, Erika, Live Services Manager for Crusaders and the Community Manager for Code New Entertainment, and I'm joined by Kat, the lead artist on Crusaders.
Hello.
And we've got Jay on the CNE Games account moderating chat and grabbing your questions. Thank you to them. What a coincidence. We're going over the Taskmaster coloring sheets today. And then we'll be sketching another scene with Taskmaster buddies.
Yeah. So these first ones are cookie Taskmasters, which is very cute. The monkey idol works really well as a little gingerbread man.
Yeah, no, it's adorable.
And it's the one that really makes me think of a Charizard. And then this is the one that has...
It's almost like a Skeletor Reaper.
It's a little bit like Skeletor, but it's got a little familiar face behind the skull. So, you know, he's always got to show up somewhere. Oh, Sari, please. It's my cat. Sorry. Nice shading on all of them, but especially noticeable on the monkey idol. Looking real nice. Oh, these ones are very impressive. I appreciate the effort. Yeah, these were by 109 Full Chain, who has done a number of these like painterly ones. They're always super cool to see. I really love all of the lighting with the fire and the stone texture, and yeah, I could gush about them, but I don't want to. I don't want to be too biased. So, and here's I really like this idol.
Yeah, no, the purple is awesome.
Yeah, the bright pink lines actually work really well. It's almost like a blacklight rave or something. And the matching skull and scythe there are pretty cool too. And a very pink little devil. Oops, that's the wrong button. Okay, here's another nice one with a lot of effort. Some fun little markings and lots of little extra detail in the fire for Azazel.
Mm-hmm.
And again, the monkey idol, just, I guess he just really lended himself to
interpretations. So.
Yeah, I guess so. Just worked out really well. I do like the little eyes for a little Reaper. They add a sense of menace. Yeah, and all the shadings, all fantastic. Here's a nice plain one. Just the flat colors of their canning colors, but still looks real good.
Mm-hmm.
Nice and clean. Oh yes, there were a couple of these. It's always nice to see an older sheet. I do like the little clouds. They're very cute. And there's like the idea of shading with some of the like the backmost parts of Zhalog.
Right.
Yeah. Here's one other one. Yeah, Aurelus. Well, that's how I'm saying it. Apologies if it's not right. But they have also done a number of detailed and shaded ones. And these swirly Mulan clouds. I love them. Yeah. Very nice.
Yeah, very cool.
Oh yes, I'm fairly certain this was somebody's kid. In fact, I think this was the one that, they had like a quote on their tweet. It was something like, thank you for giving me this. I turned it into a rainbow or something. It was very cute. Yeah, so it's nice to have all sorts of people participate. This one's kind of small. It's like almost AI colored because of it's got that sort of blurred color thing that happens, but I am not certain that that's what it is. It's interesting.
Yeah,
it's very
looks kind of watercolory, but
yeah, it's got that like fluffy, cloudy, pastel, soft look to it. It's interesting. Some of that could also be like JPEG compression, I guess, but it looks cool, so who cares?
Yeah, no, it looks very cool.
Another nice, simple one with darker lines and little black arms for the wings. What are words? Well, this one's got some shading. That's pretty nice. Gives Azazel like a shiny sort of, I'm not quite sure, almost jelly kind of look. Yeah, I'm losing all my words this morning. Hi everybody, it's morning. But I do like the extra little details of the sort of cracks in the designs on the idol. That's cool. Another simpler one. They've all got a little bit of blue to tie them together. I like that.
Yeah.
That's cool. Oh, this is, I guess, the first one of these. A couple people sort of made little, like, cordons for each entity. And it looks pretty cool. And this one went really heavy on the textures. Oh, and there's a little sort of glow on the site. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Looking real nice. This one's also a little bit small, but it has some very nice glow on the idol again, and also using the fire as a light source to do all the shading looks really good. Especially the horns, because of the way that they curve over. It works really well. And again, the like extra menace, I guess, of little bits of red for the Reaper. Looks great. Another sort of plain one. Very different Azazel as compared to many of the other ones. Looking blue is a nice sort of change. I can't help but green and red is always just Christmas, so.
Christmas Reaper.
Yeah, here's another one with sort of sections. It's very like 90s Nickelodeon.
Yeah, I can see that.
And I love it. I don't mean that as a detriment at all. It's fun. Yeah. And multicolor robe for Little Reaper. I think that's the first for that. And sort of bony wings almost that look very, very different. Oh, there's a pencil crayon one. This is nice. Yeah. I like it a lot. I just don't have words, unfortunately. I like the flow of the lines.
Yes.
It's sort of hard to describe, but that's what I'll say. Another sort of plain keep it there. Yeah, can colors. Oh yes, I believe this was the like 5 or so submitted by the same person, just recoloring, but still, it's the effort to redo it. Again, the sort of blue icy imp I actually like quite a lot. This golden idol, it's very like Indiana Jones. Now bronze. And here's a very multicolored idol that actually works pretty well, really differentiating the different gems and the different types of etching or whatever. And little extra bits of green in the Reaper. That's interesting. A very pink tail. I think this is similar. another person doing a couple different versions. Yeah. Still, we appreciate all submissions. So, I like that they made matching horns and tail of a different color.
Yeah.
That's cute. Here's one with markers. I like the very limited sort of shading onto the skull, where it's just like kept it white where the light would be hitting it.
Mm-hmm.
It actually works really well. Yeah, and I mean, taking the effort to do all the background, it's extra time.
Yeah.
Holds it all together. Looks real good. And we're back to the cookies. So, as always, thanks to everybody for submitting and participating and hopefully having fun. Gonna do some more little Taskmaster babies today. Not necessarily ink them on stream as well, but just because sort of forgot to prep anything. But now feel free to ask all of your questions of Crusaders to Erika, or I'm also here if you have art questions or whatever. Take it away.
So we've got some regulars in chat. We've got JS Random Numbers, Gregatrim, Bungo Bunts, Dabble, Stormcrow, Pastuso, Leptimus, Rusty Knight, The Real McCradden. Orlis says Orlis is pronounced right.
Cool.
Vingummy, and then the raffle blew up chat.
Of course.
Lots of people loving the pink ones. Yeah, no, that's pretty cool. So Zebaru says, hello there, you awesome people. How are you today?
A little sleepy, but not too bad otherwise.
Nice. I'm doing well as well. Looks like Arjakubik said, heh, that's right, I remember painting those cute ones. I think they're the one that did the other stylized version that we first showed.
Nice.
Quick Mithril showed up. Hey, Kat and Erika, I never see you on stream since I usually just watch champion stuff.
That's fair.
That's
nice
fair.
to see you.
Mm-hmm. And there will also be a Bushwhacker stream starting next week. That's like so cool. Following a similar format to our stream, except Georgia does not want to be on camera at all.
Yeah, I don't blame her. I was honestly surprised when they said they were going to do one, because Georgia was never super keen on streaming. So
yeah,
I'm just sending all my encouragement that way.
Yes, for sure.
And she's going to be great.
Yeah, no, it's going to be fun.
And so is Nick. They're both going to be great. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, the Nick and Georgia hour, you can just watch and it's fun.
Yeah. Banter.
Sturinda says lots of entries. I think people really liked the Taskmaster sheet. Yeah, it was pretty popular because it was so simple.
Yeah, which is another good reason for trying to do another nice simple one. Because I mean, I'm not sure if it's out now or later, but there's a sheet for Crooked Crow, and it's definitely more complicated.
The Crooked Crow sheet will be going out this afternoon once I've posted the idle code for everybody.
So there's your teaser. The sheet for Crow did get inked and is coming your way.
Yeah. Fruit Salad Kung Fu says, hello, please to change the mission to be possible for cancellations. Thank you. Yeah, that has come up. Probably an important thing to add once we figure out how to do it. Cassius, how are we doing on the codename launcher? Kevin has made pretty good progress on it this week. He's working on the Mac version today. So
Max.
I imagine lots of head to desk on his desk today. Carolyn79 says, love your art. I like Victor's bat skin. What's the tiny icon? The bat face in front of moon and branches? I tried zooming in with a... Oh no, she tried an actual magnifying glass, but can't figure it out.
Is there... I'm not sure what you're talking about. Thank you, first of all. I'm always appreciate compliments, and I'm glad you like the skin. Yeah, if you could clarify a little more with the mention of branches, I think that might be the crow, but if we haven't released it yet, yeah, I'm a little confused. Sorry.
Yeah, maybe they're talking about the crooked crow on the stream overlay because I don't see anything extra on Victor's bat, unless like they're talking about the upside down portrait.
That was a first. I'm not sure how it looks in game. I haven't had a chance to check, but I did talk with Kevin about it beforehand to make sure it wouldn't be a problem, and he seemed to think it'd be fine.
Mm-hmm. Question without a name. Hey, Erika would just like to suggest a waddle, which is the group of penguins on land. As the tier 6 Christmas Crusader, they would just have 5 animal tags and would take damage if Shishimi was also in the formation.
Oh no.
Do seals really eat penguins?
Yeah. Yeah, they definitely do. Might depend on the type of seal, I guess, but...
yeah. Also, Google, that's not nice, Google.
Oh no.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Just Ricky, by the way, I wonder we got that 1000 EP Crusaders only on the last tier 6 objective. Do you guys think it was a healthy event objective to add? A bunch of people seem to be a little upset about it, but I thought it was okay to be honest. Any comments? We took the chance to experiment, because we do put the skins on sale in the skin store after the event is over, if players really want a skin, and there's always next year to complete the objective. But 1000 might have been a little high, but I do think I like the idea of gating objectives and the eligible Crusaders by EP, so there will be more of those in the future. Passion Fruit. Will the new tier 6 DPS next event be stronger than Jialong? We're gonna try. That's all we can do. We can try. And then it's up to you guys to use them or not. There are a bunch of Crusaders that boost Orcs DPS, so if you can figure out a formation with those and the new Orc DPS, then maybe they will be beating Jiao. The real McCradden, will there be an option to add a scroll bar for selecting Crusaders on the missions? I know I can jump to the front end and speed click through, but a scroll bar would be useful. The scroll bar has come up before. There's not really room on the mission screen to add a scroll bar, but we'll keep the request in mind. And aside from having to click and stuff, you can always use the mouse wheel to scroll through the Crusaders. Sarah Baru, I would appreciate a do-over for the mission favorites. There are 3 categories: star, nothing, and X. With the big number of Crusaders, another way would be nice, like a prioritization with numbers up to 5 or 6 to sort all the crazy people who want to go on missions. Yeah, changing up the missions sorting is definitely a thing that's cropped up, especially with runes and the rune powers. So it's on the radar for an improvement. Rusty Knight, it was nice to see an EP requirement on an event objective. I think the upset was more that people weren't ready for it at first. It will be fine now. Will there perhaps be higher EP requirements for event objectives now that we know that is a thing? There would probably be higher EP requirements on the permanent objectives I gate with it, because obviously you can see that and plan ahead a little bit easier than an event one, but I do foresee other EP gated objectives in the future. Dr. Bill Blaze, with the launcher, can we have 2 active games going? I have accounts on Codename and Congregate that I play. I mean, you can already do that if you have, like, even in the same browser, like, you have a Codename account, you have a Kong account. Technically, you can run 2 versions of Crusaders. But otherwise, once it's launcher only, then you could have a Codename account and a Steam account running, as long as your computer can support that. If you have a really old computer, you probably only want to run 1 version of Crusaders through the launcher. Quick Mithril, the Codename launcher, is this because of Congregate going away? Congregate is going to stick around as far as we know. That's the last word. It's because Adobe Flash is going away. Crusaders is Adobe Flash. Browsers will no longer support that at the end of December. In fact, Adobe is already telling you to uninstall Flash if you're not using it anymore. So yeah, Crusaders will be launcher only, starting as soon as the browsers kill Flash. So yeah, get yourself linked to Codename or Steam with your Crusaders game.
Yeah, it makes sense coming from Idle Champions that you might not know about that happening, because Champions is safe from that.
Yeah, Champions is very safe. Fly by Moon says, it's understandable Kat is tired. Artists are universally known to be nocturnal creatures.
You have no idea.
Mike Carew says, I'd like to see a filter option for Crusaders with available rune slots, not just ones with runes equipped. Well, it's probably, like, yeah, you can slot a rune on this Crusader, for sure. Da, da, da. Oh, and there's Passion Fruit won the raffle. Nice.
Congrats.
Carolyn says, the icon for the Vic with the bat effect in the Crusader in the portrait. Yeah, okay. I think that's just his nose in the portrait, right? For the bat skin?
Yeah.
Yeah. Unless he added, like, a symbol. No, it's just his, whatchamacallit, neckerchief, right? Cape, whatever.
Yeah, I think there's a little bit of red for his little cape bit, and then it's just his face. You know, he's got the hecked up bat nose. Nothing hidden or special.
Yeah.
On purpose, anyway.
Jay says, they are also a nocturnal creature, not due to being an artist. I just have a messed up sleep schedule.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Sleeping is fun. Slab McLartude.
Get to sleep.
Yeah. Slab McLartude says, tell the truth. That is not actually a crow. That is the arm of some other beast extending out of that bundle of clothes, holding a crow skull. This is my headcanon.
Your headcanon is pretty well in line with some of my headcanon.
Yeah, you said you pictured it more as an entity.
Yeah.
Hiding under everything, right?
Yeah. I couldn't quite decide if I liked that better as like, oh, it's an actual like undead or demonic thing, or if, yeah, it's like a puppet essentially, and there's just somebody hiding under all those robes. As you know, the Resident Evil 4 merchant opens up and, what are you buying? And yes, Skeksis is one of the main inspirations for Crow. Skeksis, the orderlies from Pathologic 2, and plague doctors in general, and shady merchant types in general as well. So, yeah, those are the main inspirations.
And it looks so cool.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm very happy with them.
Conqueror Shinko says, is there any chance of offline progress coming to the game? Yeah, no, there won't be offline progress for Crusaders. That would have... Yeah, there's just too many systems in the game, and even like trying to copy the old mobile version, that never took into account active formation abilities, so it's yeah, too hard to add offline progress at this point in its life cycle. Carolyn said, did the Victor Bat icon get mixed up with the Crow portrait? I'll double check when I get back to my desk, but I'm pretty sure Kevin got them right. Gregatrim, the next tier 6 will be Orc. Yes, Orc DPS for Thanksgiving. It looks so cool.
Thanks.
HK5 any word on when the pumpkin sheet will be closed? Has it been pushed back? I just didn't get to it yesterday, but you guys did get the idle buff code, and Kevin came in right before the morning meeting this morning, so I will check after the stream if he's changed the code to actually award the idle buff, and then I can give out the code. Cassius, forgot on Tuesday, so asking now. Getting a skin auto-completes the associated objective when it comes back around the next year. Is this a thing? Yes, we went with the nice option. So if you've purchased a skin for that was originally awarded from an event objective, before the event starts, just like how you need to complete the recruit missions before the event starts, that objective that awards the skin will be marked as completed. If you buy the skin while the event is running, you still need to do the objective as well. So make sure you've bought it. If there's anyone that you want to skip because you heard it was too hard, make sure you've bought the skin before the event starts. But yeah, that was the nice option, because I was all for making you guys do it again and then just getting a refund of whatever the legendary catalyst's cost of the skin. But yeah, we went nice and easy. There was just a little hiccup at the start of Emo's New Moon because Kevin forgot to actually mark it completed, but we got that all sorted out for the players who had owned the skin before the event started. Rusty Knight. My guess for the next event Crusader is the same guess I had the previous years, a jelly Crusader with food floating in it.
It's an interesting take.
Yeah, I guess if we wanted to be distinct from a gelatinous cube, we could do a aspic jelly with food floating in it. One of those 50s Jello salads.
Oh man. Yeah, 50s Jello food is something else.
Right? Just Ricky, another question. I think you guys had plans to change the flat cold missions. Did you guys have any ideas for those already? Not currently on my radar. Still thinking talents and 5th slot runes, but yeah, the gold missions are also on the radar along with the mission screen improvements. Jay is saying, in the 50s, they really just said, oh, it's food, put it in Jello now. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it kind of seems what it's like. We read some old tech cookbooks, it's like, oh, okay. Yeah, that's a thing. The Nautical Menace. Soulful Escort not only requires specific Crusaders with 1000 EP, but you also need Greyskull's Legendary Cannon to get through some areas. You also need a healer, like Corey or Gloria. Yeah, I guess, because Greyskull's cannonballs are pretty good. Although, I mean, Arachnobuddy's webs, you get more webs out of Arachnobuddy. And Washed Up Hermit is a projectile crusader, so, like, if he's been going on missions since you stopped using him, he's early and cheap and gets you started on Soulful Escort. But yeah, it's a fun challenge. You get to actually bust out healers and projectile crusaders to survive and get through it. Not worth the effort. Kat, please blink if the new Tier 6 Crusader is a Grandpa Kane and has a wormhole spirit portal gun ability.
No comment.
Yeah, well, now you have to try not to blink. The entire stream. It's like, no, it's not Grandpa Kane.
Kind of part of the Kane family.
Yes. The real McCradden. I just like to say thank you for allowing runes to be merged while equipped. Yeah, no, that just actually made sense when building the rune systems. Like, do you want to waste solvent to get the runes off, or you just want to merge runes already equipped on a Crusader? So. Mystic Dragon. I wish the visual glitch of the chest on screen and missions not moving didn't happen when you merge runes. So, like, you're saying you're merging runes and then you win a chest from a boss and that gets stuck in the center of the screen instead of making its little pop-up of +1 chest? Nadarazo, new to the game but love it. Oh wow, welcome to the game.
Glad to hear it. Yeah, welcome.
Zodi is asking, any chance Kevin can make the TM box close automatically after the last one has been placed? I don't know, but I will put that on the list of quality of life to consider. Or we can just try and make it close with spacebar, so you can place your Taskmaster and then press spacebar. Try MVV. Is Terps gonna be nerfed? I wasn't aware Terps was powerful. I mean, I know he's helpful for some things, but I'm pretty sure he's not in any current formations. So I don't think he needs to be nerfed. Flybymoon says it's squiggles under Crooked Crow's robes. If that's gonna be your headcanon, that can be your headcanon.
Yeah, it won't stop you. I expect to see some sort of evidence with the coloring sheet.
Ooh, yeah, that'll make for some fun coloring sheets for sure.
That's my challenge to you.
Rusty Knight, was the skin for the next event Crusader already picked? If it wasn't, can I throw a vote towards Robo-Turkey or Gemthel, please? We haven't gotten our weekly Magical Girl Crusader comment, so I'll throw in the Magical Girl Crusader skin idea for them. I did tally all the votes that had come in to my Q&A by yesterday at like 3 o'clock. And with just the slightest margin, Gemthel won the skin. So she'll be getting the skin. We have not discussed ideas for it yet.
Not yet. So I have to say, I peeked in the thread, mostly just looking for mentions of Robo-Turkey or Gemthel. And somebody had the idea of Robo-Turkey, but as a dinosaur, and I'm kind of into that, so that might happen someday, but not this year.
Yeah, we'll come up with something cool. But yeah, we'll keep Dinosaur Robo-Turkey will be fun too.
Yeah. One of the feathered dinosaurs, clearly.
Clearly. Slab McLartude. I watched Labyrinth with my daughters this past weekend, and there is a scene where the Goblin King is disguised for like a 5-second scene in a way that looks very similar to Crooked Crow. Yeah.
I haven't seen Labyrinth in a really long time, so I don't know exactly what you're talking about, but I believe you. I mean, Skeksis are Muppets, so.
Yeah. Well, and they're both Jim Henson, so yeah.
Yeah.
Some of the coloration costume design probably would have snuck in.
I mean, they have so many physical props that they probably need to reuse them sometimes.
Burpee Officer, why are the idle requirements for new objectives so high? Trying to think, what are the last objectives we put in game that actually still had idle requirements on them? Just to actually make sure you're farming idols, I would say. Unless you mean like you need lots of idols to have DPS over E400, E600, like, we just wanted tier 6 events to start creeping up towards veteran status, so, and encourage new players to actually complete those DPS cap raise objectives, because some players still hadn't completed them, so that's why the tier 6 ones require the higher cap objectives. Tommy LJ, I have given up doing EP missions because doing a lot of common missions had a negative impact on the idle mission cooldown time. It would be nice if you could do something to change it. The idle missions cooldown's totally separate from the EP missions. The only thing that affects the idle mission showing up is how many rare or epic missions you've got kicking around, because all the idle missions are rare and epic, so they're part of the rare and epic cooldown pool. Well, yeah, there's the one common idle mission, and everyone doesn't really like Hidden Stash. But yeah, no, it's the rare and epic missions that you have on the go, so you want to get those done and out and over if you want to try and get your idle missions. But we do want to take a look at the mission cooldown timers, because it is a little iffy. Dragon Slayer. Will the orc DPS gain DPS by eating enemies? Oh man, now I want to make it eat enemies. Although, it wouldn't look like anything, like the enemies would just be dying and then he'd get his DPS tax. It's not like he'd actually eat them.
But the flavor.
Yes. Flavor text. Cassius, is there any room on the mission screen portraits to indicate a Crusader with the EP boost rune equipped? There's the itty bitty EP symbol that shows up on a portrait if the Crusader has the EP rune equipped when you're sending them off on an EP rune mission. But there have been requests to actually show the runes equipped on a Crusader in like the hover text as well, just so you know, like, don't send that one on this mission because they have those runes equipped. So it's on the to-do list. Dark Gulf. Is there a way to get the achievements from the Search for Simon event? It's not at the moment, but also something I am aware of and would like to tackle someday. But I think talents and 5th slot runes are a little more important than 1% additive DPS. Starinda is asking, is that Ruby or Aqua?
The reference I'm going off of is Ruby, because I think Aqua's horns go forward.
Yeah. Their difference
but you are
is just the horns.
You are free to color them however you'd like.
Cassius, what about a jelly cube with specifically ice cream floating in it? Some more intact than others. But if they're all in the same jello, wouldn't the ice cream be melting at the same rate?
Yeah, I don't think ice cream would keep its shape well enough, and Then it would just be like weird colored liquid inside of liquid.
Well, like if the Jello was set, then they would have the ice cream shaped balls, and then ice cream would just be melted at the bottom of the hole, maybe. But once I lost all the air, depending on how airy the ice cream was. But yeah, I don't think, unless the Jello was also thawing at a different rate. I'm putting too much thought into that.
I was about to say, I think we're overthinking this at this point.
GSR, any examples of special slot runes? Well, they won't be new powers. They'll just be buffing existing upgrades on a Crusader. So, like, if we took Sarah, then her 5th slot rune would potentially buff her full formation DPS bonus with each level. Something like that. Hoftity, where do we post coloring sheets nowadays? Twitter or Reddit? I did suggest Instagram, but yeah, it's so hard to check Instagram because it's mobile only, so I've taken that out. So Reddit or Twitter, and you can host it to Imgur or other Drive sharing things. There's always a bunch of images hosted from the Discord, so yeah.
Mm-hmm. There is somebody who was posting from Instagram and then putting the link on Reddit.
Anyway, yeah.
Yeah, and that's fine.
Yeah.
It is unfortunately harder because I can't just like save the image from the Instagram webpage. I have to like screenshot my screen. But it's, you know, it's not impossible. So
yeah.
if that is most easy for you, go right ahead.
Full Chain 109 said, "What do you mean, nocturnal artists? It's only 2 a.m. here." Dragon Slayer, talking about the search for Simon event, the crypt is still on the achievement screen if you did not get to the area level 25. Any chance that could be changed? Yeah, it was supposed to be hidden. It was just one of those things that we dropped in the favor of getting seasons out right away. Still on the list to hide. Fly by Moon says, wait, you can merge equipped runes. Yes, I will be clarifying that in the rune fac, because I know I called it out in the blog, but not everyone's going to read the blog, so, and it really should be in the in-game rune fac. Looks like Jay used the keyword Jello for the raffle. We got 1 minute and a change to get in the raffle for 5 runic chests. Although if you've won recently, you won't be eligible to win again. Chunky Kong, if you merge runes while switching areas, it kinda causes issues, chest sitting in the middle of the screen, missions bugging out, etc. Which is fair, because the save calls are competing, so we'll take a look at what we can do to make them not compete as much, but definitely you want to be idling when playing with runes. Ian Sam, when I'm merging runes, when do I need a catalyst? At level 5 and higher, the catalyst cost starts at level 6 runes. Armored Knight, does the mission cooldown on the runes make the mission respawn time also go down? No, it's the mission duration reduction. So it just reduces the time the mission takes. based on the value of the runes equipped at the start of the mission, because that's when it's determined how long the mission will take. So if you upgrade the runes while the mission's running, it's not going to change your duration, but it has no effect on mission cooldowns. Hoftity is Erika drinking a Fresca. That was my travel mug, and it has coffee in it, and I don't drink Fresca anymore because it just tastes really bad. I mean, I used to like grapefruit pop, but I don't know, something about the Fresca formula lately is like nasty. I really only drink coffee, water, the occasional wine, the occasional cocktail, and sparkling water. I do not do pop anymore. Or sugared drinks.
It's smart overall, but I still drink a lot of pop.
Oh, my brother, he's like, I need to get better in shape and stuff. So he finally stopped drinking Coke and milk, and then his stomach problems stopped because he had stomach problems for years, and it was just all the Coke and all the milk he was drinking. It's like, oh, gee.
I do drink way more water than I ever used to, so I feel good about that at least.
Yeah.
I need my Animal Crossing cup with water.
Yay! Gregotrim, anything else you'd like to leak about the next Tier 6 Crusader? What day is it today? I guess the event starts in 2 weeks, doesn't it? We'll tease more next week for the event Crusader. Sour beers just started. How long did it take you to get Nate Dragon level up to reset? It depends. You definitely want to rock Gold Panda and Detective Kane in your formation, so you're getting gold. It can take, I don't know, like 4 to 24 hours, depending on how long you have the game open and how much attention you're paying to it, especially since you don't get auto progress until you reset the world, so you do need to remember to change areas when you've completed them. But yeah, as long as you've got the gold find Crusaders in your formation, like 2 days top should be for the first reset of the world. Yeah. AWD, is there a place where we have a lot of the finished coloring pages that folks have done collected? It's just the collections on the Reddit threads, right?
That could possibly be something we organize. Well, I mean, every new thread for a coloring sheet links to all the old ones.
Yeah.
So you can at least find them through there, for sure.
For sure. Computer's doing things. Rusty Knight says the mini Taskmasters and pumpkin coloring sheets have been rather fun.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to remind myself, not everybody likes detail as much as I do. So these are for you guys. Look, I'm even drawing you a robot.
Yeah. It was also cool that we did get a submission that they actually cut up the eyes and the mouths and made physical pumpkins. It's adorable.
Yeah, it was somebody who did it with their 2 kids, I believe. Yeah, it was super cute. And that was exactly the,
thing you had in mind.
Yes. Thank you. Words.
It's okay. It's the morning. Jorky6, do the challenge idle buffs buff the gain from the percent idle runs on dungeons? Yes, the idle buffs do apply to the dungeon bonus idols, since the change we made mid-season, season 1. Twitch Pal Player, great stream. Y'all have a great weekend. See you next time. Bye. Thanks for coming by, Twitch pal. Just Ricky. Any plans to change Paul and Petra next event? They could really use some love. Most of the older elves do, to be honest. If we get time, we will review them. Dragon Slayer, if you had 900 level 1 runes, could there be a feature where you could just drag them on like a level 8 air rune and turn it into a level 9 air rune instead of scaling a level 1 all the way up to level 8 to merge? We do want to add some quick merge features to the rune system. It just wasn't something that made it out with the debut. Catching up on chat, Mr. Kag won the second giveaway of the stream. Nice.
Congrats.
Not worth the effort. Can we have Mecha, Robo Santa, Slay for the Xmas event? Please all be good, I promise.
We shall see. That's fancy, and any possibility of real merch and idle plushie would sell like crazy. While we like the idea of physical merch, we're a digital game company, and so our specialties is in digital goods. So we don't plan on having any physical merch for the game. Ooh, a cat question. Bearded Moody, what do you use when drawing this? This is Clip Studio Paint, which is a program that's not free, but goes on sale very often and has 2 versions. And the base version, when on sale, is like $25 or $50. I forget. And that's a one-time license, not like Photoshop where it's a subscription. And then I'm drawing on my tablet with my pen. Wah. It's a monoprice tablet, but it works just as well as a name brand Wacom Cintiq, you know, so it's just nice and cheaper. Yeah, that's the tools of the trade over here.
Mm-hmm. Rusty Knight says, I appreciate Kat's sacrifice in drawing a robot for the coloring sheets.
I'm glad somebody does.
Hoftity says, if Vingummy got to area 14,000 on all the dungeon objectives, does that make him an idol god? I'm pretty sure Vingummy's already an idol god. But anyone can get to area 14,000 on all the dungeons if they put in some effort.
You believe in yourself.
I mean, eventually, like with all the new Crusaders and talents and runes, like there's lots of possibility for getting there eventually one day.
Yeah, all these things are just a matter of time, really.
Yeah. Not worth the effort says, to clarify, I mean Robo Santa's Mecha Slay.
That didn't clarify very much.
No, it just rearranged the words. And Just Ricky says, we all want the evil Santa.
I mean, Robo Santa's already kind of evil, right?
Technically, I guess.
Yeah,
I mean, his flavor.
He's at least partially based on the Futurama one, so, you know, that's the one I think of.
Right.
He's definitely evil.
And Cassius is asking, would a Mecha Slay just be a desert bus skin?
I don't know.
I don't know. So, game stuff, I guess. Emo's New Moon is currently running and ends on Tuesday at noon Pacific time. Possibly 1. No. daylight savings. It's always fun. Next Wednesday is Remembrance Day, which is a statutory holiday in Canada, so the office will be closed. But there will still be the Reddit Q&A, and there will still be Thursday's stream. And then Desert Bus with the new Desert Bus Crusader goes live next Friday the 13th. So you guys can donate while they're doing their busing. Donations that get you the Crusader are only available while they're busing, not once they've stopped busing. But yeah, we're really happy to have partnered with them again, and I think the Crusader turned out cool. Even just for being a human. The weekend promo this weekend will be the scale harvesting weekend with buffs for Natalie Dragon, Brogon, Euodia, Kebos, and Morrigan, with the golden gloves for Natalie. And yeah, the idle buff from the coloring sheet combined totals of the Taskmasters and Pumpkins will be released after the stream once I go and check the code works. A few more questions. Off Diddy, since Kat likes birds, why not an origami crane crusader?
You know that it is a bird, but aesthetically it's closer to like a robot because it's all angles. But you know, not impossible. Paper cranes are nice. I used to have one on my desk. Oh, there it is. It's too far. A friend of mine made it for me though.
Vingummy, what's the plan for the already reported things called shenanigans? Well, some of them
shenanigans. Sorry, I just like that word.
Some of them are bugs, and they will be fixed as soon as Kevin's done the launcher. Rusty Night, that reminds me, I noticed dungeons currently happen on tier 1. In the future, will there be higher tiers with things like less slots or harder enemies or such? Could do. It's just because that's how the objective screen gets laid out. We have tier 1 objectives, so it's not like we can hide those just for the dungeons. So that's why the dungeons are in a tier 1 category. Gragatrim, following up on Vin's questions, what do we consider shenanigans? Geez. Oh, there's definitely the bug where Mindy keeps Karen's 9 lives, even if Karen's dead, so that shouldn't happen. The Robo Rabbit Chris one is okay, but there is a bug with Robo Rabbit himself. We need to look at the pre-mimes, but Mindy should... I'm still on board for Mindy not miming someone if she's no longer adjacent to them. So that is something I need to talk to Kevin about getting fixed. Sergio Rodriguez, can you get the older Charity Crusaders? Yes, your donation will unlock the new Crusader for this year and all 4 previous Desert Bus Crusaders, if you don't already have them.
And all at the same gear level, right?
Yeah, the gear level you donate for. And if you do donate for the epic gear levels, then those Crusaders do have legendary items. Full Chain 109 says, wanna color that robot now.
Patience.
Death Invictus says, regarding the donations, will it be possible to get that character in the future if they do another Desert Bus? I note their site has donations blocked at the moment. Yeah, you can only donate while the Desert Bus campaign is running.
Nobody really knows what the future will hold, but
Yeah.
we continue to like working with them. So
Yeah, we'll continue to work with Desert Bus as long as they want to partner with us, and as long as Crusaders is alive, which means players are playing and supporting it. So,
yeah.
Graph Edge would like to suggest a Crusader inspired by Son Goku instead of the usual Marvel DC superheroes.
That's fair.
That's fair.
I guess Goku is pretty superhero-y.
And then they definitely want more sprint in the talent updates.
Right.
Yes, that was a common thing on the Q&A on Tuesday as well. So that is 11.
Okay.
Okay, so that's been our... Oh, there's a Gooby.
Yeah, Gooby will show up as well, just to fill up space. I guess this will be in like 2 weeks or next week.
Yeah, can try and release it next week.
Yeah,
you said you're back on schedule, so.
Yeah. But we got Crow coming out first, and then give me a chance to finish this up, and then you guys will get another little simple Taskmaster sheet.
Yep. So yeah, that's been the Crusaders live stream for Thursday, November 5th. I've been Erika, that's been Kat. Big thank you to Jay on the C&E Games account, doing all the things. And thank you guys, thank you community for showing up and asking your questions, and keep on submitting those coloring sheets because they're always awesome. So we'll see you next week and have a good weekend.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.